into mind-wise, speech-wise, in intersections, with whomsoever intersections mind comes along with. And five senses-wise, whatever five senses are given to, eyes are given to viewing everywhere. So eyes view. But how eyes view? Now eyes view as per the first command. What is that first command? By which viewpoint? Relative
viewpoint.
By relative viewpoint, you will viewing out by eyes. Because eyes, what is the dharma in English में શું કહીશું?
Quality, nature.
What is the business of eyes?
Vision.
Just to see. Naturally. What is the business of ears? Listen. You have not business for ears to listen, to carry on their business. It is natural, is it not so? Likewise, for all the five senses, their businesses are theirs. You understand?
Yes.
And what is my business? My business is to must know and see that what the tongue tastes the food, eater eats the food, and tongue, the business of the tongue to taste whatever tastes are there. That's. But I am not the relisher of that food. I am the knower and seer as to what the tongue is tasting. That's it. Right? Understand? What the eater eats. And by that way, whole food becomes your medicine to the body. And body becomes healthy. Do you understand or no? Are you? Am I right or wrong?
You said that by being in that state of consciousness, the food becomes medicine to the body.
Everything. Why food?
Every food?
What by eyes you see, it becomes divine viewing. By ear, what you listen, it becomes divine listening. It is not worldly listening. You understand? And yet you remain with the world. You talk to everybody.
But you don't consider some...
Yes, but you are not attached there.
Yeah, but I'm trying to point something out. You're saying it all becomes medicine, and I'm saying how could bad food become medicine to the body?
Because you are not relishing. You are knowing and seeing, oh, what is this eater is eating? When the food becomes, verily, our food all becomes medicine as for a body intake for the body. You see, that body will never require a doctor.
What's that?
That body will never require any doctor in throughout the life. That is the statement of Thoreau. Thoreau, USA's best philosopher and thinker, yes. Thoreau, from Boston. Emerson and Thoreau. That is his statement.
Henry Walden Thoreau. I heard.
You must put in your kitchen. It's a beautiful sentence. Find out.
Can consider.
Wagulu. Yes. You just come, gulp down. See how nice, how healthy she is. You know that. You've got an example before you. A young lady. Understand?
I do.
You are dietitian, right? No, dietitian in the medicine sense, health science.
Yes.
That is how it is. And this is spiritual science.
Yeah.
Spiritual science is no different from our relative life and living, no. On the contrary, it improves and efficientizes our relative and day-to-day life, living science beautifully, nicely, and makes it very efficiently. Do you understand? Natural way. Natural, the moment, extent to which mind, speech, body assembly goes on living out more and more in attune with the nature, the way these trees are there. You know, redwood forests. What is their lifespan? Marianne, tell me.
Lifespan of the forest?
Redwood forest.
Oh,
2,000, 3,000.
yes, thousands of years.
So you should live at least 125 years. Is it not so?
Yeah, he says.
Yeah, she said yes. Babula. And you too. 125.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, your life is extended to 125.
Hanging in there.
Huh?
I'm hanging in there.
Huh? What?
I'm hanging in there.
He's hanging in there.
It's good experience, no? Nice. It's right on the face, you can see that. Right on the face. Fresh. Nice. Shalesha. That is the life. Verily our own life is the wife. Unless our life is verily our own wife, how can our wife be the real wife? That we can love nicely. That is how we are guru disciple. For 52 years, Maria, she is my guru. She is teaching me a lot. Yes, sir. What is wrong in it? Kevin?
I'm not married.
Oh, he's not married yet.
So it's a good lesson. Where is your friend? Mahesh is not come?
He's on his way.
Okay. Doctor is not there. So these 5 precepts, 5 principles, our disciplines of life that we have given you are not binding you, but on the contrary, the way you feel now, free and liberated in the sense that I am pure soul, absolutely separate and dissociated, unattached from my mind, speech and body and all its name and name-bearing attachments, worldly attachments of any attractive or aversive phases. Attractive and aversive phases are bound to be there because they are the qualities of the body. And body is given to that naturality. Do you understand?
Body's given to what?
Naturality
Yeah.
of living. The way the trees are given, shrubs are given. Any living entity is given to that. Right from single cell to fullest developed human beings. Human beings are the fullest developed living forms. You want to follow, Barbara? Highest developed forms. And they are the most responsible living entities on this globe. Do you understand? And so responsible on this globe, moving on this whole Mother Earth, that they have to be least. Rao Sahab, please, come, it is here. Come બેસો સાહેબ અને પરીક્ષા તમારી જગ્યા છે કોર્નર ઓલ્સો. So you feel least burdensome to the Mother Earth. Do you understand? You cannot be burdensome on the Mother Earth. How can you be? Marian, you understand? Mother Earth is not there to bear over the burden of human entities. Human entities are not supposed to be heavier to be burdened on the Mother Earth, sir. That is the responsibility of a human life and human entity to live, how to live this life. With whatever faith, belief And whatever way I say, in any part of the globe, we have. Beliefs, faiths do not obstruct us in living naturally on this earth, in tune with the nature, the way all vegetation, foliage, and all other living entities live. How in harmony we can live together, and we cannot be instrumental in causing disharmony in this harmony. Can we?
We should be.
That is it. Why should we have protocol of Kyoto and what not? What is a Kyoto, sir? See, it's a brain creation.
It's politics.
It's a brainstorm, nothing more. Stormy brains. Marian. Stormy brains create imbalances in this Mother Nature's natural balance. Natural is not imbalanced, but the balance is created by us, verily by us, gets balanced out automatically through the Mother Nature, through various forces which are of natural occurrences, through either water, air, Mother Earth, or various ways which are experienced by living human beings as diseases, epidemics, etc. Yes. There is that they invite onto them. It is not the Mother Nature that sends them. We invite all troubles and everything onto us. So this message, common message of good living, happy living for everybody, has to, if it is more spread to all common people and where, is good. It's a world view, no? Or no? What do you say?
It's survival, you said? I didn't quite understand what you said, though. Just the last. What was the last thing you just said?
You see, this world view,
The world deal?
World
Yeah,
view.
we'd improve it if we all view it this way.
improve it on that time. World view ne apna kidun.
Human being is common all over the world. You go in Africa, pygmies, I will tell you, common. Same thing. Everybody is bound to be according to one's own development. You understand? This is how it is. You go in Brazilian jungles, you go in South America, North America, Central, wherever you go, all of the Europe, you will follow? That goes on. That is a natural process of evoluting the whole living entity into higher forms. So today, human life has got evolved everywhere, even in Africa. When you come in contact with each other, today we know how the globe has become so small, a global village like, is it not? Is it not small? Globe?
Yeah.
Is it not like one big family? What do you say? What do you say? Come to India. You don't like? There are no snake charmers, no rope tricks, nothing, mind you. Is that? Don't be afraid there. It's a wonderful country, wonderful. You can move about anytime, anywhere, just fear-free. So nice it is. Huh? Oh, that's chalo. I am pure soul that will be with you on its own. You understand? That is a realized state. That means it is your very soul qualities, virtues, attributes are opened out from the darkness of the clouds of your I with my attachments. Do you understand? Your body-believed I with possessive my having got removed and pure soul I having got established, that pure soul, I am pure soul, that will automatically remain in the relative mind, speech, body, I. You see? That will be there. But now, it will be there as a neighbor. As a neighbor. Nothing wrong with the neighbor. This is how Jesus said to humanity and human beings, everybody, love thy neighbor. What he said?
He said, love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor. Or no?
Yes, love thy neighbor.
He gave this message about the human love, that is God love, in the human language. You understand? Word love indicates God love. Because in all the living forms, verily God is present. Without the presence of God, none ever any living entity can ever be there. But it goes on evolving, that's it. And this human form fully evolved. That is how the this, what do you call it? Faristan Sukha. Angels come. Angels are like Christ and what do you call them? Prophets come with them from the God to give us direct lesson of the God. Jesus came as Son of God. Muhammad came as messenger. And what India people believe, that there are so many numerous gods, 3,300,000 so on, what they call, what sorts. How can it be? What a silly belief. Well, it is not so, sir. Actual belief, understanding behind, deeper understanding behind is this, that the normal human population of that south subcontinent, Asia, is 33 crores. You understand? That is 330 million. That is the normal population of South Asia. That is called India today. Marian, do you listen? What is your population of 300 million today? There are 330. Okay? Though the landmass is North America, almost 2.6 times than India, but South Asian landmass was also quite expensive for that 330 million like yours. It was at that time. It had got such a spread as to have that spread till Mesopotamia, Turkey, Afghanistan, Caucasus, this side, Pacific periphery, and all right up to Indonesia, all these things places. Do you know? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in a developed civilization. But unfortunately, present-day historians are not able to bring it out because they are Cambridge, Harvard, Oxford educated. Okay, sir. Present-day science educated. Science is no wrong. Science is always right. But what is science after all? Science has to be science unless it is for everything that has to be as it is. That science should explain it as it is. Science never goes in any existence as was or as will be. Science knows no history. Science knows no future. Science just sees and sees further and further and finds out the mysteries. That's it. Science tries to go deeper and deeper into the nature, just to study the mysteries of the nature. What is nature?
God.
Verily, the human being as a scientist who tries to reach the mystery of the mother nature, he verily is the nature, part and parcel of the same nature, that he does not realize. That is how Einstein had to express at the end. He put his hands up. Oh, God also seems to play destiny with the dice with the destiny. Something like that, no? Something. What is the statement? God plays dice
with the cosmos.
with the
Cosmos.
destiny, cosmos. Some place destiny, some the cosmos, whatever. Cosmos. God plays dice with cosmos. Same thing, Darwin's statements were there. Both were believers in religion, mind you, believers in God. But we people know that they are atheists. No, sir, it is not so. It is not so. After all, what is religion? Religion is verily the belief on our own existence. As existence we find everywhere. What has to live? For what purpose to live? For what? Just to get sustained? Everyone. These trees, foliage do not want to be happy. But they are happy, aren't they? We like them. But we like fall season much more because they change nice colors. That who does that? Huh? You go to North Carolina, South Carolina also. That's nature. What beautiful nature. What Adam and Eve must have observed as nature? Marian,
What was the question?
Adam and Eve.
Autumn?
Adam and Eve.
Oh, Adam.
Adam and Eve, how they must have observed the nature.
Adam and Eve.
Do you think it is a fact or a fiction?
I think humans have altered nature.
Yeah. It is not too complex, sir. It is never too complex. Never, I tell you. A single cell living entity. Also, duality is there. Scientists know these all the facts in biology and all also. In India, 5,000 years, even older than that, all these faculties of our present-day sciences were known to that civilization. But they were known on subtle phases of the mysteries of the nature at metaphysical level. Rouse up. You understand? Mm-hmm. Metaphysical level, by that I mean in human form, at the level of mind. Do you understand? You listen to me? At the level of mind. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Replace records you have seen, you are listening every day. Replace. What is it they say? It is nothing but the powers of nature displayed by human ego. Ego, nothing more. Human ego. If you concentrate on the frame of the picture, and you know that, to concentrate and focus there, the picture in such a way as to make that picture move and come to you, that picture will move and come to you and follow you. Yes. Such can be the powers of the mind. But it has nothing to do with you to realize as you who you are. It has absolutely nothing to do. So what is the sense in those powers? It is better to know what the mind is, Marianne. To know the mind, that the mind as it is, mind is in its own business, right or not? Displaying the various thoughts and thought processes throughout their life, likings or non-likings, whatever, good or bad, everything comes in mind, right? Can we stop them? Huh? Boom. And when the good thoughts come, I will relish. And when, this, we don't disown them. Well, you as pure soul are nothing but a mere knower and seer of whatever happens in the mind, with the mind business as the mind trespassing phase or entity of the whole past life doerships that got well directed, well scripted out, well played out, well videoed out, lifelong film. Do you understand? That goes on getting played out for you to see. You understand? And now, you as pure soul, you are viewing, seeing and knowing your own film of what your past is there. But you did not go and try to understand and see that what that past was. No. Just you know and see that film is playing out. The way on a TV screen or a CD screen, the film gets played out. Whatever scenes come, you don't get involved there, do you? Come.
No.
If fighting, liking, whatever types of scenes, but you can, even if you want to go there, you cannot. TV people will show people coming out of the TV, but nothing comes out. You can see that effects. Simulations are present as science products, sir. Brain products, nothing more. All celestial world, I would say. Actually, to see that celestial world is not that easy, but it can be seen in the light of pure soul, I may tell you. If you don't go out and see them, that will be getting seen in your vision gradually as your mind phases goes on getting known and seen. You as knower and seer, pure soul. Mind as known and seen object of the mind, speech, body, subject. You understand? Subject. So, verily that subject with all this interior and total composition of it becomes full object for us as pure soul to know and see. Beautiful. And when the object becomes before us to observe, then our knowing and viewing powers develop gradually. Do you understand? Unless your seeing power gradually upon the covering of the veils that are covering like clouds does not open up gradually in all your living phases of mind, speech and body-wise relative living. Your knowing power to that extent cannot fully open out. Seeing only results in knowing. Do you understand? In the relative sense of the word, see, to see. We know everything, that in teaching, education, everywhere, what you see, so you learn. Is it true? Huh?
What you see, you automatically learn?
What do you say?
It's whether or not you're fully...
As is what you learn. Or no?
So you may not absorb it. I mean, I spent time in school and I didn't absorb
That
it.
is because you are intelligent now. But child is not that intelligent. Huh? You got child small?
What's that?
You have a child.
No friend?
I don't have a... Do you say I have a child? I don't have a child, no.
No wife?
No way.
Then you need to have that experience.
I already did.
Unless you have that experience, you won't learn. It's a big school, sir. Big college. Big college. You too. थोड़ी बात करो तुम चाट लो
प्रेयर बुलाऊं
रंग लाग्यो रे रंग when your time is, somebody is coming to pick up, and it was nice meeting, 2 days. Now, your suggestions and all, let us think over. Okay. Because as per Dada's teachings, master's teachings, all commerce, that is life. Do you listen, all of you?
Yes.
Commerce, that is life. Commerce, you understand?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Huh? Commerce. And very life is the commerce. That can you understand? You understand? I think everybody would understand.
Give and take.
Everything. Merely dollars or cents or money or no matter. Anything that gets bartered out is a commerce. And life is nothing but bartering out event for life. So, commerce and commercial activities have to be positivity based, has to have a positive basis. Do you understand? And positivity of the life cannot have the basis of the commercial give and take. Do you understand?
Positivity of the
Positivity basis of the life,
can't be based in commercial.
principle as a principle, cannot have give and take commercial basis.
Okay.
But this positive basis we understand in the world, whole of the world, as by the word religion, which is a very controversial word today, sir. That is why I use this word positive base. Do you understand? Constructive base. That's simple. A destructive person also is not a destructive at the core. He is also part and parcel of the whole scheme and nature. Do you understand? आप थोड़ा पद बोलो मैं पीछे आपको टाइम थोड़ा तो जो I will explain you in short after this 5 minutes and then you can go.
Yeah.
That will do?
Yeah.
You come carry on one part small short. ये विश्व में शांति. To understand our very existence as a human being of the present day evolved world, in the present day scientific only developments, and present day such a evolved life. Let us understand this world as as to what it is and what we are therein. The universe and world are two different words. Universe relates to the whole shape of the relativity expanse of that part of the space that infinite space gets occupied by that relative part of whole, wherein all the relativity and relative living forms exist. They do exist. This is not given to any particular belief, but this is the revelation of absolutes that have come out today in our vision and to a maximum portion of knowledge also that is there, that we describe you today. That universe portion, shape of it is like a human being standing like this, with his hands like that. It exputs it like, you understand? Like that. So from here to bottom, that is the universal existential state of the universe. A human form, this universe basically composed of mainly three portions, parts, wherein all the living entities are in various stages of sufferings. Middle nodal point at that belt hole, that portion is called the middle portion. You understand? Wherein human and creature worlds are existent. You follow? That are also inclusive of two angelic worlds along with it, which are near them. And other angelic worlds start from there and go up and right up to here, which are of positive sufferings. You understand? Positive sufferings means only happy sufferings, only joyous sufferings, only. And the portion below that belt immediately flows from there. It starts up to the end in 7 layers of existential states of sufferings of living forms. Small one, then larger, then larger, then larger, larger. As you see that width of there between two legs, it becomes larger there. Do you understand? It is smaller. And intensity of sufferings from 1 to 7 increases. That is negative suffering. Total negative. But the intensity is minimal here and maximum at the bottommost. Do you follow? Yeah. And in the human world, that is mixture of human and creature lives. The sufferings in creatures is more of negative sufferings, more. And in human beings, the sufferings is the mixture of the two. Do you understand now? This is how these two forms of life are found here. The sufferings, the angelic forms of life from here, and right up in this portion, you can see all the celestial worlds starting. The galaxies, etc., what you see is too, you cannot be described in this fashion what I am explaining you. But the distances are too far, too far. The way in these telescopes in America and all over the world they try to pierce, it is impossible to pierce beyond Saturn. Impossible. They may describe, infer millions and billions of galaxies, this, that. So many inferences are there. That is empirical science, they call it. It's not on factual basis. It's on inference basis. Even archaeology, anthropology, all these are like that. Whole philosophy is based out of that. Theosophy is based out of in Germany. Everything what we see, various thought processes that come out from the human brains, this is to understand this human structure. That is simple. And human structure goes on at the intellectual level to understand nature, to understand matter, mysteries of matter. They say that one day we'll fathom the final mysteries of matter, but this is still we have not found. Always a scientist, true scientist will say, we have not reached that. Always. Even then, when they have gone to such a great subtlety of the unit measures that we know in the present times, nobody can say for finality that we have reached there. No. Only absolutes. It is given up to absolutes who are in a frail human body, which is a body in which the pure soul, absolute knowing power and seeing power is totally open in a body. That is the final human body. Final, I say. In all the living entity, roaming experience, in all the time cycle, in all the four forms. According to suffering generated in the human form, this wandering occurs everywhere. And accumulation, creation, all that happens in the human form only. But that is interconnected with the creature forms, with the angel forms, not with the hellish forms. So hellish forms can't do anything. They can't move from that place. They have to suffer at that place. They have got bodies. Angels have bodies, but they are different than what material bodies we have. Do you understand now? The bodies of all other forms lower than us, say creatures, flies, creepers, four-leggeds, all these things. We see. At least they are near and interconnected with us. But what about those below them? That is the point. You understand now? Life is worth understanding, sir. We are not this only entity that is. And it is not that it is too much confusing and getting lost. No. No, not at all. It's very, very easy. Once we know who we are, finished. Everything gets known. When the knower gets known, automatically the known objects go on getting reflected in our known state. Do you understand? When the mirror is mirror at the mirror's place, objects wherever they are before the mirror, that has to get reflected in that mirror. They do get reflected. The mirror does not do anything in that. Objects do not go into the mirror, or mirror does not come near the object. Do you understand? This is the very gross simile to explain you knower-known relationship. Do you understand? If you want a subtle relationship, the relationship relates to know the soul, pure soul, as what entity in this material world? Then in this material world, elemental matter, space also is a matter, or is it not? Scientists, they do agree there. So space, can anybody have defined anybody's space? Have anybody defined? Have anybody reached onto the space? Is space reachable? Tell me.
We are in this space.
Finished. That is space. That is space experience. And yet we are that space. We are not that space. Mind you, space accommodates us because infinite accommodative power attribute is given to the space. A diamond, 2 miles below, hardest substance, when it comes out, it can get broken up. Why? Because it is occupied by space. Inner hardest core, unbreakable, yet it gets broken. Why? Because of the space there. This is this beauty of the space, sir. Why? A light out of solid rock just comes out, splitting the rock. Wow, how come? Tell me. Space. This is the beauty of the space. So if you want to understand our soul, pure soul, what is soul? Soul is space-like. The subtle comparison, gross comparison, mirror-like. Subtle comparison, space-like. Yet space and pure soul are not the same. Space also is formless and infinite in nature, and as an element, only one element. That is vast element, one element that engulfs whole universe. And whatever the universe has occupied that space is called the universal space. You follow? And the rest of it is called alok, means non-universal space. Simple. Whole space as in one element, understood as two entities from the relativity aspect. That part which is occupied by universe is called universal self, and the balance is non-universal self. The two together makes one element as whole space. Now you understand? Hey Kevin, just like one part. Do you understand? It's two use. Nobody can fathom there. No, sir. But if you can fathom this mind, speech and body space, whole that space can be fathomed out, sir. That is the beauty of pure soul. Knowing power and seeing power. You understand? Hey, Baba. I possess infinite powers. Say? Say? I have not listened. Such a small, feeble voice. Huh? Hey, what powers? Not these brain, head powers. No. You understand? You just look at me and everything will be all right. Go through. That's it. That's how it is. So in that universe, human form is the most important entity amongst all. Angel form, human form, Christian form and hellish form. These are the 4 forms of wandering of life in various life after life in various forms, according to sufferings that are generated. But once having achieved the human form, it is very rare that human form again is lost into lower forms. No. That is the beauty of a human form. Now you understand? Mind you understand this very importance of the human form. It can be lost to an extent that it will slip down, but it will regain that form. That is the point. Do you understand? It is like so much of clay has come over it and it sinks, so lower forms. Then gradually, naturally the sufferings get out, because there is no doership, there is only suffering. And therefore the clay gets dissolving out. And the balance factor, that suffering of both the types, whatever remains, that human form gets up to human form. And you start your journey again. And this hope happens. You fall down, get up, fall down, get up, and you try to learn walking. Have you not learned? We have. We have fallen down so much. Is it not so? How do we learn?
Usually take
By
advice.
walking? Cart? It's always like that. Huh? Let go of that life. You see? But this grace is great. And what your realization through our medium of the body, where there is no ownership, no doership. You understand? Absolutely. Of the mind, speech and body, no ownership. There is no ego factor at the mind level, speech level, body level. There is no possession at mind level, speech level, body level. And yet, body is before you, speaking, talking, answering, whatever you want. All the activities are before you. You can see that. Same activities as you all have. Then you can benefit. Right? You have to not to imagine. This is no magic. This is no hypnotism. Stand out, Jawad. Through him, we'll contact. And we'll talk a lot.
Looking out.
Yes. Doctor, the Sasad, Doctor, choking, cold, everything has happened, but nothing happens to me. That's beauty. You understand? Nothing happens to me. You experience that. No, this is I'm telling my experience. When you will experience, you say that's so. What happens? That I know. But this is not to me. That's it. Yeah, but I know. It's good enough, no? Why should others know? I should know first. And I should call solicitor then to solicit for me. No solicitors, please. In America they put inside.
You lose your job.
Barbara, you enjoy or not? Where is Ross?
Oh, he stayed home.
Huh?
He stayed home.
Your lovely friend, where is he?
Oh, Ross, he's home.
You should have brought him.
Well, he wanted to stay and do things at home.
Pull him up and bring him.
You can only do so much.
All right.
That's true.